Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and today we'll be doing something pretty unique and special and different to me because I don't know much about this product at all. This is the Samsung Jetbot mop. This is model VR6000TM. I don't know anything about it. Not much of anything, except that it has like these little brushes. There's two different sets. Like there's this mopping set here that comes with it, which we'll look at, and some kind of microfiber set, so you get 4 total. And I think they have individual little water tanks inside of each one. So, but anyway, the goal for this, for me, because this is it right here, I took it out to charge it. That's all I've done with it. And here is the charging adapter. So it's like this little proprietary kind of thing. And anyway, I'll leave a link to all the specs that I don't go over, which will probably be a lot. But this is it before you hook on the pad. So it's really small. And to my knowledge, you can just set it down and then it'll just do its thing at random. I think it's timed. So it could be, I think it has a 50-minute to an hour run time. And then you can actually pick it up and clean with it as well. So my goal is, while I'm in here, the fan's running with the lights on, but the goal is, like, this shower sucks and I get down on my hands and knees, use this guy last time to clean, and I use this pink stuff, literally the pink stuff, which was like pink paste, to clean the tile and the grout with. And it worked really good, but it just sucks getting on your hands and knees. So Samsung offered me a special little sweet deal because I got my phone from them, and it was delayed, so they sent me gave me a lot of cash to spend on the website as an apology, I guess. But so I was able to get the Jetbot, but the goal is to put this in here, let this run for 30 minutes on the tile floor with that paste kind of rubbed on the pads with the tanks filled with water. Let it clean its thing for 30 minutes down there. Then switch out to the microfiber pads and use Windex and use it for the windows, because there's a lot of soap scum and stuff builds up down at the base of the glass. I think I said window, but glass. And you know, if I could do that, that takes a ton of elbow grease and time out, and I might actually do this more often, because right now it looks like I do this about once every 2 months or something like that. I'll clean the tile, which needs to be done more often. So I think this will allow for that. So let's look and see what's in the box. So this is a little base plate, but it's not really a charging plate. Like I thought, hey, that's a wireless charging. That's not. It's just a holder for you to hold it in place. And I think it might allow for, yeah, there's access to the charging port there. So basically you can have a little home that's going to live in. And there is some rubber grips on the bottom. So here's the little tank reservoir. Yeah, there you go. So you fill it up. It's small. I don't know how much it holds. Like I said, check out the specs link. It might tell you. But it Velcros on, it looks like. Yeah, so there you go. This it's a good enough 3/4 of an inch or so of pad on the sides here, so it should get up to the edges. And it is kind of coarse, so I was worried this was like a terry cloth type thing, but it's a little scratchy, so it should be able to get that grout and tile and buff that tile really good. Now this is what I was wanting to know if it worked for glass, and it does feel just like the microfiber cloths that I used to clean the glass with already, so that's perfect. It's a good sign there. And here's the other tank. And here's a bunch of manuals. Who cares? Here's a remote, because you do get a remote, and it looks like it'll do auto, edge, so just run along the edges. It focuses on a single point, intensive, a pattern, and a step, and a 50-minute runtime. So I guess it has 50 minutes of runtime. Here is something, I don't know what it is, but it looks like a scrub brush, and it feels really weird because it's like silicone. It feels weird, feel that. It does. All right, so if you notice, I have bedhead, and I don't really care because we're talking about some cool products, and that's all that matters. Here are the modes. So that's auto mode there, so you can kind of see the pattern. Edge, focus, so that's going to clean an area. Intensive, so it looks like it does these little circles and it moves forward. Pattern, looks like a figure 8 pattern. A step, it does a little 2 steps, so you could probably play some good country music and put that on step. Here's 50 minutes, so it just runs for 50 minutes. And manual mode, which you can just use the remote for. I couldn't find anything out about what it, I mean, it mentions this, so it's supposed to include it, of course. But it's probably just to clean the unit up, because it probably gets dirty and splashes some stuff up on it or whatever. And also, the tanks are only good for water. It says put clean water in here. It doesn't even come with the pour, which is weird. Most of the time they come with a little pour, because you would think it would come with a little cup with a spout, because that's a small spout. It's weird. Maybe it's in there. I don't know. I don't see it right now. But clean water. So what I would do if I was going to do the floor, I would probably just spray some cleaning solution out and then have the water in the tank to mix and dilute that with. That's probably what I'm going to do. This is just strictly my opinion. It's not in the manual, so do that at your own risk. Let me show you what we're dealing with so you can get a before and after, and we'll kind of comb this over. Plus I might take some photos of specific areas so we can do a side by side. But this is what I'm working with. Also, I don't think that this device would serve a realistic purpose if you're doing like a massive kitchen, bathroom, like floor. Like I may use it for the bathroom floor because it's like a concentrated area, and you can just like let it run, and I can shut the doors and just let the thing go in that area. But if you're like in a kitchen that's an open floor plan, up to some rugs or carpet or something like that, I just don't think it serves a realistic purpose in that world. And I really like the Hoover Floor Mate for that. Like it really cleans and squeegees and sucks up everything and just does a really good job. And that's what I use majority of the time. And that's what I would actually sometimes use on the bathroom tile in here. I just take the Hoover Floor Mate in there and clean the floor tile. But then I would have to, but it wasn't working too well in the grout. So I got down on my hands and knees last time with that, what is that thing? It was a, this brush. You know, they were on Shark Tank or whatever. But this is actually some pretty good material. I got it on a whim, and I'm like, holy crap, no wonder it sells so well. It's actually pretty good. But this pink stuff worked really well, scrubbing the grout and scrubbing the soap scum off the tile in the corners where the Hoover Floor Mate really couldn't get that well. So large jobs, go the Hoover Floor Mate route to me, but these little intimate areas, this bot may prove worthy. But let's take a gander. You can see that it looks a little funky, and I will take before and after pics so that we can see specific areas and how it does. But let me jump in here. Let's jump in the shower together. You can see some soap scum here, of course, and it may not pick it up, but it's just soap stuff splattered all over. You know how it is. And then you know, we're gonna clean hopefully everything and get this thing completely, utterly spotless, but we'll see that. And then here is the kind of floor tile that we can shut all the doors and stuff like that and let it kind of be specific to an area in here. First off, it says to wash these pads before first use, but I'm just gonna kind of wring them out and try to get, I'm assuming there's like fuzz and stuff like that that's probably in here, but we don't have the time for all that, so we're just gonna try to rinse this out as best as possible, and then go from there, because really, even if it leaves a little fuzzies in there, we're gonna run that shower, we're gonna wash them out, and I feel the grittiness of this, not too bad. All right, now I'm going to fill it up with water. And I've got hot water in here. It doesn't hold much water at all. Like hardly any. That's that. Ta-da! Now, going to turn the water off and attach these guys. And it looks like there's no particular rhyme or reason. Cool. All right. Okay. And I'm gonna set that right there for right now, because I have to put, I'm gonna coat this in the paste and let that do its thing. And I'm going to use this as a holder to just set this, boom, down, and I can wash this out because there's nothing electronic to it. But there's the paste, and I'm just going to do this guy right here, like this. Probably more than enough, probably too much actually, but I think it'll work its way out into the edges because I'm not going to coat the edges just because the buildup might come out to the sides, and I'll let it grab the edges. Just going to do it like that. Okay, boom, and then we got the water in there. So now I'm just going to set this down like that. All right, so let's pick it up. Got it picked up. Let's go in here. Set this thing here. All right, so now I'm going to go over to the remote and grab that thing. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now let's just go 50 minutes, and I'm going to set a timer for 30 and just let it go. Clean. Now hopefully that water's going to come out. And hopefully be enough. I don't know. I know it's gonna be hard to see. You can see some of the liquid line, some has dried. But this has been able to do the entire floor, all the shower floor, which it ran for 30 minutes. And now it's doing this. This thing is neat. For the money, man. I'm really liking it so far. And if I can get that window, or why do I keep calling it a window? If I can get the glass, the shower glass, all on this single charge, that'd be the whole floor in there, the whole floor out here, and the glass. That would be great. And then I could just set aside another day to get in there to stand after I want to get a shower in to wash out all that pink solution on the floor that's in there. But after that, you know, the next day maybe I'll do the wall in there. It can do it. It's the same as this. So if it does this, it can do the walls in there. It's the same stuff. So I don't have a doubt in my mind it's doing a fantastic job, like really well. Like it can't get up in there, of course, because of the counter, how it comes over like that. It's just too tall. If it was just a little more narrow, if it was like I don't know. Let's see if you can see this. Hold on, let me turn the brightness up. Like if you can see that, that's our little Eufy. It's no LiDAR, no kind of navigation. It just kind of goes blindly. It navigates brand new every time it comes on. And that's exactly what this thing is doing. See how it handles the carpet? Does it stop for the carpet? No, it does not. So this thing definitely got to get pushed back in there off the carpet. So it doesn't know the difference between that without something here to stop it. And I think it would ride over that. So let me just block it from going. But this thing just pretty much internally maps every time it turns on. So it's not going to retain anything. And I believe it has drop sensors on the front that shines down in front of it. It's opening my door. Go that way. But there are drop sensors that point down to keep it from dropping off of something. But, you know, I like it for its price. If you can catch it on sale, kind of like I did, I don't think I'd pay the full price, which is $2.99. I think that's a bit steep. I think $1.99 and below is like a perfect amount for that thing. But so far, so good. I mean, I'm rambling on, but I'm kind of looking out across the floor. I just opened the door, so I'm kind of seeing this for the first time with you. Did you see it get close to the edge there? I think it's actually getting the lip on the baseboards as well. It's cleaning that. That is cool. All right, so I've already talked to you via some B-roll footage that I took with my cell phone. So you probably know this floor is the same as the wall in there, and I think it did a great job on the floor. We've already recorded that. And the walls in the shower will wait to another day because I just kind of don't feel like it, because I'd have to rewash all these pads and I just don't want to do that right now. But this is the condition of it after the floor. So what I did was, from the shower, I wrung this out like a lot to try to get out all the pink stuff that I could by hand, because I didn't want it to leave a cloudy film over the floor itself. But I was cool with that being in the shower floor, because I'm going to take a shower. We're both going to take showers, and it'll wash that film that the pink stuff might leave behind, leaving a nice, good-looking tile floor. So I'm very excited about the way that turned out. Do I think it's worth $300? $199. I'd say $199. If you can catch it for $199, it's worth it. Right now I'm going to take these off, clean it, and we'll see that, and fill up these. Well, I will not fill up the tank reservoir. I'll make sure it's empty, and then I'll put on the microfiber pads. Got the thing of Windex, and then we're just going to try the glass out, and then we'll wrap. If it does a good job with the glass, then it's all around worked great on the floors, glass, and even your shower walls. This tray should go with you wherever this thing's at. So wherever it stops at, just take the tray with you, set it on this, and then carry it to the sink to wash out these pads and stuff, because it'll drip. You'll have a trail of drips. So this is convenient. I wish it just had a Little handle for the reason, but you know, whatever. So you can pull this off like that. Boom, like that, and set this aside. It's not wet here. Take this off. And I'll just throw those in a wash machine when we do towels. This is pretty well empty from running it on the floor as well. There's still a battery going on this thing, so it goes longer than an hour. It's been going for longer than an hour. So that's all the water is drained out now. So let me just stick it on. I'll stick it on right here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Looks like it has a middle hole, which I didn't realize earlier, and then work your way out. So there is a guide to it, and it's just this little middle part. I didn't do that earlier, but it worked out fine. But there is a guide for the middle. And also on the floor side, it did get up against the baseboards and get about 1 inch of it, so that was nice. But because this unit's so tall, it's not going to get up underneath your counters, unfortunately. But let's turn this light on. Boom! And let's grab the Windex. Boom! It's a commercial. Let's go this. Yeah, let me go inside. I didn't want it to drip in the floor that I just cleaned. Hey, let me do the outside. I'll do the outside first, because it'll be real quick. And then I'll do the inside with me in there so you can actually see it. I'm just going to spray it all down. The outside should be easy. What am I doing? How does it work? Okay. Does it know? Okay. I read the manual. It's super simple. If you want to put it in handy mode, if you need a handy, you just double tap. Handy mode. Single tap turns it off. Here we go. Kind of excited, because I have to do this, I do this, so I'm excited about if this works. What if the glass just shattered? Woo! Wow. I didn't rinse this off first. So hopefully we don't have a bunch of, lint thingies. Coming at you. Woo! Look at it go. Look at it go. I don't see anything left behind that needs me to wipe it down. It's like I'm buffing a car. It will kind of bog down a little bit if you put too much pressure, it seems like. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to kind of let it do its thing. Whoa! Kind of touches in the middle, so it shouldn't leave too much going on in between passes or something. Single tap. Woo! Here we go. You're excited. The wife is so excited. She hates doing this. It's probably going to leave smears, huh? I think so. Huh? It is. Huh? See, this is a good example of your corners. Like even when I'll show you here in just a minute what it didn't get on the shower, along with how this glass turns out. I think this is the cleanest the glass has ever been outside of whenever it was first put in. Streaky? I may have to order another set of the microfiber just to, I don't know. Or we may have to stop and wring it out. I don't know. We should be able to maybe do this. He's loving to hang out down here. Yeah, that's a good before and after. You can see this.
This is what it looked like before.
Yeah, there's the before, and then there is the after. Now, I didn't go as hardcore on the bottom as I wanted to because I was kind of getting tired. I was being tired of being bent over. I don't like being bent over that long. But here you can see a good between this little pane, glass pane here, and then this. I think it's like night and day. And here is the after tile floor job. Looks pretty good. Let me take this wide angle lens off. Bloop. Right there in the corner. You can see where it doesn't get the corner. But the grout lines are all kind of uniform and the same color through here, which is great. So I think it did a fantastic job. That means I don't have to get down on my hands and knees except to get that little corner. Probably that corner, the corners. I would say the corners is where it didn't get, and it didn't get up on this lip. So about a tile thickness, it will not go over about a tile thickness on that. So other than that, I think it did great. So in closing, the Samsung, what is this thing called?
He really did his research, folks.
The Samsung
Mopping robot.
The Samsung mopping robot. In closing, the Samsung mopping robot is great. I love it. I don't think it's worth the $300. Do you?
No,
It's
I
just
would never in a million years.
it kind of self mops, or it self maps where it's mopping. So there's no app that goes with it. So every time you turn it on and use it, it looks like it goes around in the middle, goes out, and then ping pongs off the edges to get an idea how big the room is, and then kind of fills in the gaps and stuff. Because I did use it in the bathroom floor. So I used it in the bathroom shower floor. Turned out great. Use it on this, of course, at the end. You've already seen that. It turned out great. I let it go through here, and you've already seen that as well. So it did great, all on a single charge. Was able to do all that, which was fantastic. The pads got too dirty from here to go take it up onto the wall. So I actually want to stick that in the washing machine and give it a good washing before sticking it up on the wall. But the wall is made out of the same tile as the floor, so it'll do the exact same job. So overall, definitely the ultimate bathroom killer of, you know, manual labor, because you still got to do the corners with some manual labor because it doesn't get those, but everywhere else I think it's a plus. So I'll leave a link down in the YouTube description. Go check it out. Make sure to explode on that subscribe button and ding that dog. We'll see you on the next kind of thrown together video. See ya. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all.